Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are here with our technically third episode of the drop-in, but this episode is a lot more structured than the other ones that I've technically done. So welcome to the first episode of the drop-in with the Dropstep. Today we are going to be talking about DaRon Holmes. He is just coming off of his first real summer league experience after being injured at the start of his summer league experience last season. He averaged 13 points, 9.5 rebounds, 1 steal a game on 51% from the field and 42% from 3 this summer. And he capped off this summer league experience with a humongous 19 points, 17 rebound, 5 assists, and 2 steal performance against the Los Angeles Clippers. I want to talk about his fit on this roster, and specifically his fit as a power forward next to the guys on our roster like Jonas Valanciunas, like Nikola Jokic. As I was watching the summer league games this year, I wanted to take note of some of the themes that I noticed from DaRon Holmes. He is pretty agile, especially considering that he came off of an Achilles injury. On and off the ball, in transition, just in general. He has a really good motor, really gets after it. He has a very smooth jump shot. He's comfortable trying to dribble the basketball and make something for himself. He can rebound the basketball. And this one is not a theme, but it's something that I think I would like to see and something that I took notice of. And it's the fact that I think he has huge potential as a middle field defender. Someone who is not necessarily going to spend all his time at the rim, someone who's not going to necessarily spend all his time defending out on the perimeter, but trying to find a healthy balance between the two, because I think his body profile being 6'9", 6'10", long wingspan, like I said, he's agile, he's mobile, he's got a lean build, so he's not like stuck to the ground, he's not heavy-footed or anything. I think that'll be really good for him and help him become that type of middle field defender, because first of all, this is a guy that won A10 Defensive Player of the Year in his last season at Dayton. So he has defensive chops. And he's also someone that I think if he does end up on the perimeter and he gets beat by a ball handler, I think he's someone like Peyton Watson that is not out of the play entirely, even if he gets blown by. I think he can help insulate the defenders that are at the rim, Jonas and Jokic alike. I think that'll be really good for him and for the team. Like I said, we're gonna talk about his fit next to Jonas Valanciunas and Nikola Jokic. So he's a power forward. He played center in college out of necessity. College is notoriously a smaller physical landscape than the NBA is, right? But he is a power forward, and I think he's gonna thrive as a power forward, and I hope that he plays a shit ton of his minutes there, at least 90% of his minutes at the power forward position. So when asking questions about how he is specifically going to fit next to Jonas Valanciunas, a couple of questions that I have that I would like to see answered. Does he space enough to offset Jonas Valanciunas' lack of spacing himself? Val can shoot a 3. He's not a volume 3-point shooter. He's not someone that's going to take 3 or 4 attempts a game, and that's perfectly fine. We don't really need him to do that specifically, but the lack of that spacing is going to be important, and the ability to offset that, I think, is a question that needs to be asked, not only for DaRon, but for a lot of the bench unit in general. Can he help rebound the basketball against other second units, which was a problem area that the Nuggets have had for the last couple of seasons now? And can he hit Val when he gets a good seal? Val is a post player. Val is someone who plays back to the basket. He plays close to the rim. He's going to have the opportunities where he gets a mismatch. He gets a smaller guy on him, and can DaRon help get the ball to him in the post with a clean and good and advantageous entry pass? Now, moving on to the fit with Jokic. Couple of specific questions that I think differ just a little bit from the Val questions. Can you hit an open 3 after Jokic's gravity draws the attention? I am someone who is a firm believer, and like I said, he has a smooth jumper. DaRon Holmes has a very smooth jump shot, and he's a very confident shooter as well. He took a lot of threes during the summer league, like 6 attempts here, 5 attempts there, yada yada. He got them joints up, and I really love that. But can he hit that open 3 on the bigger stage when Jokic gets him that open look? We'll see. Can he cut in a timely fashion and take advantage of defensive lapses? When Jokic is on the floor, DaRon, in general, DaRon's going to play off the ball a lot. But when Jokic is on the floor, he's practically going to have 0 on-ball responsibility. So, are you able to cut? Are you able to make yourself available to the guys that are able to get you the ball? And the third question I had was, how fast can he get up the court in order to take advantage of a Jokic pass? Which it ties back into the Val question of on the wings, how fast can you get up the court? But specifically with Jokic, we all love Jokic for the fact that he can throw that damn basketball like it's a football. Pinpoint accuracy, 90 feet down the court. Can DaRon Holmes get out fast enough? Because if he and Jokic are going to be on the floor together, more times than not, DaRon is going to end up on the perimeter defensively. So after getting a stop and Jokic gets the board and he's looking down court, where will DaRon be? Will he already be down there? Will he already be 3/4 up the court and ready to receive that pass? We'll see. And so I wanted to ask those questions so that you guys could chime in and let me know what you think. But I also do have more answers for those questions right now. So for the Val fit, I think in general, he's going to be a really good fit for Jonas Valanciunas. I think he will be a really good outlet for Val's interior touches if he does end up commanding a double team or just drawing extra attention to himself. I think on paper, DaRon Holmes' skill set is going to fit really well next to that because he's a safety valve in a way alongside the other guys that are going to play in that second unit and the staggers that are going to be there. DaRon is just another guy that can help the load. DaRon's secondary rebounding ability next to Valanciunas is going to be so vital. I said it before, problem area, but if we can get a guy at 6'9" who plays the power forward position that still has size and can help on the glass, it just helps out everybody. And when it comes to Val and DaRon being on the floor together, because they are both two bench units or bench pieces, there's going to be likely Jamal Murray on the floor with them, which is going to help them out a ton in a lot of different areas. So the pressure on DaRon to be this picture perfect fit or to be this picture perfect player or picture perfect backup power forward, I don't think is there right now, which I think is great. Jokic, it's really easy to sit next to Jokic and play next to him. If you can hit a three, if you can hit a shot, if you can cut timely, if you are not a dumb basketball player, you are going to thrive next to Jokic. One of the specific things I thought about was if Jokic ends up away from the basket on a screen play, DaRon does have enough ability to help backfill on the rebounding and at the rim. He knows how to make a play, averaging 2 blocks a game. Like I fully believe in his ability to defend the rim at some capacity. That makes me happy. And I also predict that next to Jokic, he's going to be a reliable play finisher at the rim. I imagine that a lot of those power forward touches with Jokic on the floor for DaRon Holmes are going to come in an AG type of fashion where we're looking at corner threes, wing threes, and dunker spot attempt. All in all, I know I'm asking a lot of a guy who still has not played NBA minutes, but Summer League looked very promising to me and a lot of other people. I saw a lot of things that I liked. And on paper, he has the skill set to play next to the traditional centers in the league. He has the skill set to play with the modern centers in the league. And he has the skill set to even slot in as a backup 5 or small ball 5 at times. Let me know what you think about DaRon Holmes. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.